This channel's content is intended for people over the age of 13. If you are under that age, please leave now. Thank you.
Just to let yous know, there's a ton of swearing in this video, so listener beware.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and cyborgs, and girls and robots or whatever. I'm going to talk to you about Terminator Dark Fate and what I thought of the film. Now, I sort of enjoyed it, okay? And it is possible to like bad movies, and this is definitely a bad movie. And I think it's probably the worst Terminator movie that exists. And I'll tell you for why. Sat down, watched the film. No bad, no action scenes are no bad. Characters, they're okay. Linda Hamilton is actually really good in the film. Mackenzie Davis is good in the film. The wee Mexican lassie, I can't remember her name. I couldn't care less if she was in it or no. The guy that played the Terminator was no bad actually. Mr. Ghost Driver for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was fine. Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's where the movie really fell flat. It's just like, you've tried to sort of combine him with the Genesis Terminator and a person, and it doesn't work. There's major spoilers actually in this movie right at the beginning, so I can't talk about that, but I might later on, who knows, I might just go, fuck it, and then, that's that. That's that in a nutshell. So the big problem with the film is that it's got no identity of its own. It just takes bits and ideas for the last 5 movies and then puts it on at the one movie. And I was like, really? At least, as shit as Genesis was, at least it had its own ideas and own identity. It tried to revisit the older ones as well, but it had bits of its own, like John Connor being the bad guy, which I actually quite liked. I didn't really get upset with that. I liked all that shit. I mean, it was different. It took a risk. No, like this movie. This movie's just a carbon copy printout. That's why I don't like it. It's like Fast and the Furious, but with the robots. And that's what Terminator's descended into. When you ever watch the first movie, that's a tense, almost slasher movie, pursuit movie, whatever you want to call it. Arnold plays the Terminator, Michael Biehn is Kyle Reese, and Sarah Connor is Linda Hamilton. Or Linda Hamilton is Sarah Connor, not the other way around, you twat. But it's just, this one is no good. It's tired, and yeah, it really feels tired. Try to please everybody, but it steals things for the rest of the series. And if it had its own original ideas, I wouldn't mind. With Skynet's gone in this one, it's now called Legion, so it's just Genesis. Mackenzie Davis is an enhanced human, so she's just Marcus for Terminator Salvation. Natalia Reyes, I think that's her character name, I can't remember. She's the new Sarah/John Connor. You've got Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's behaving like a human, that's just for Genesis. You've got a Terminator that can... I like the Terminator, but it's got molten skin and an endoskeleton, so it's just the T-1000 or the TX from Terminator 3. So it's just total recycled geek, and I don't recommend it. And if you're a big Terminator fan, like if you're a big fan of the first 2, I wouldn't bother with this. Like I wouldn't bother with 3, 4 or 5 either. This is just another cash grab, and it's even more disappointing because it partly comes from James Cameron. And if this is his idea of bringing the Terminator franchise back to prominence, well, I think he's deluding himself and he's deluding everybody else around him. Plus, I don't trust a word that guy says about anything now, because he blatantly lied about Terminator Genesis being great. He lied. Also, I just lied about that because I wanted to help out Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, he needed any fucking help. Jeez, it was hardly a starting actor. Like, I'm just starting out. James, can you help me? They're like, no bother, Arnold. I'll say your shite movie is good, and then 6 months down the line I'll actually admit that it's shite. So, his input is not trustworthy. Fucking nonsense. So that's the Terminator and the Alien franchise, both been absolutely humped to death. You've got the genre-defining Covenant of Alien. Oh my god. It's like a fucking jobby floating in space with the Alien logo stamped on it. And now you've got this, that Terminator's did. Oh, and they've killed Predator as well. Predator, although I did quite enjoy The Predator, it's shite in comparison to what came before it, like vastly inferior. At least Predators tried to recapture the original, but it failed miserably. but it tried. This is just crash bang wall. The future's not set, so the story beats in Terminator are terrible. But right at the start of the movie, spoilers. I'm going to talk about spoilers, so I'll count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoiler section. So John Connor gets killed right at the start of the movie. They're like, Edward Furlong's back for this movie. No, he's no. It could have been anybody playing John Connor because you only see the back of his head. Then he gets shot with a shotgun, and it's Arnie. It's like a young Arnie, 1991 Arnie sound. They did a really good job of de-aging Linda Hamilton, actually, for Sarah Connor. But Skynet doesn't exist at that point, so where did the robot come from? Why did it disappear when Skynet was destroyed? Because I've already said in this one, Skynet is not a thing. What the fuck's Skynet? What are you talking about, hen? I've been killing Terminators for 2 decades. But how they're Terminators when there's no Skynet, but there's this thing called Legion, but they don't really make Terminators, they make new things called Rev 9s. Do you know what? This is a mess. They've humped it. They've absolutely fucking humped the story. Not that they hadn't beforehand, but it's just, it's not good, and I don't like it, and I'm fed up with it, and they need to stop this crap. I'd actually rather they just rebooted the original Terminator at this point. Just totally scrapped it and started again, and didn't have Arnie in it. Then again, why even bother making it? They've humped RoboCop as well, now that I think about it. Fuck's sake. Endless remakes and reboots and restarts, and it's just a big picture of liquid shit. Well, I'm not drinking it anymore, Hollywood. Ram it up your ass.